Throughout history, we have witnessed the different forms of propaganda, censorship, and repression against people who are dissatisfied with a non-democratic regime, and demonstrated. What these forms of repression of freedom of expression seek is to cause fear among the population to prevent uprisings that could harm the regime in any way. On the other hand, censorship seeks to keep people uninformed about the events happening within their government, to prevent them from having the freedom to decide whether to challenge them or demand change. This fear, brainwashing, and information cover-up has been used on countless occasions by Vladimir Putin's government against the group Pussy Riot. Since its members have raised their voices to protest in favor of topics such as feminism, LGBTQIA+ rights, among other controversial issues in Russia. These forms of repression used by non-democratic regimes have created this strong feeling of fear of speaking out and respect based on violence, depriving people of the right to express their dissatisfaction with the government that maintains their country. And these acts continue to enrage and fuel opposition groups. However, on countless occasions, the repression becomes a very heavy burden and a difficult burden to handle, leading to the silence on the part of the protesters and spectators of the propaganda. Throughout the 20th and 21st centuries, art remains a key role for contestation and social protesting, since it is another of the many ways of expressing feelings such as inconformity, anger, disappointment, and more. Art itself has a huge impact on people's lives. It is present pretty much in every place and moment. People see art as a way of expressing their feelings, whether these are pleasant or not. Therefore, art is present especially during the times of uncertainty, fear, and union. Art plays the role of manifestation amazingly. People experiencing repression from their governments seek refuge in music, paintings, sculptures, and more. Creating art pieces as a form of social protest causes impact in those who see it and those who make it as well, making the audience feel what the artist wanted them to feel. Perhaps it is empathy towards the people experiencing oppression, or perhaps it is hate towards the oppressors due to their lack of empathy for the affected. Art is a way of transmitting feeling, and sometimes it can cause more impact to see a black and white painting than read the news on your phone screen. This directs attention to the situation. Gender perspective contributes to a better understanding of historical processes by providing a wider overview on different situations. When looking back in history, most of the time we can clearly see one perspective, and as you can guess, it is indeed the male perspective. This perspective doesn't seem to consider women's struggles or even participation during historical periods, and it leaves completely behind this part, providing a folk vision of historical events. And a clear example of this would be men taking credit for the inventions and discoveries that women made. To conclude this video and taking advantage of what I just mentioned about gender perspective, I would like to add that historically women have been put down in many different ways, as you may know by now. And demanding human rights for us and other minorities is a great way to start changing things. Especially, protesting works best when the oppressors refuse to give us the opportunity to express our discontent in any other way, by ignoring our demands, as they have proven to know how to do so over the past centuries. I believe the best way to combat these issues is to give women the space to express themselves, as well as any other minority or any other oppressed party. Listening and learning from history is the key to combat oppression.